It accommodates 150 people comfortably. But they said when they built it, it would seat 200, but I didn't think it. Right. Did you get married here? No, we did. Yeah, did a wedding. We do about 50 plus, just about 50 weddings a year, plus corporate events too, between April and November. So we're usually doing a couple a weekend.
Yeah.
So we've had a couple years now in this new barn, and really been able to test out the seams, you know.
Oh yeah.
Find the points. So the 150 is a really comfortable number. I can't remember right now off the top of my head what Courtney's thinking.
I don't think it would be even 150.
Yeah, I think it was more like 100.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That I did the quote for, but ideally all windows and doors will be open. So I'm gonna go kind of feel over this center breezeway.
I think Courtney's already sold on this.
Mm-hmm.
This is perfect. Compared to the other place, this is perfect. That's insane. Can you just imagine if this was your house?
Yeah.
This is just
Yeah.
so beautiful.
Once we get everyone seated for the ceremony, this is where we get everyone lined up in the wedding party to
Okay.
take the walk out.
Okay, gotcha.
So the valley is like a megaphone. So we always have to remind the wedding party to keep it down because everyone out there is in peaceful ceremony mode. And everyone back here is all joshing. So
That's funny.
from this point out, it's about 45 seconds
Okay.
to get out here to the ceremony.
Okay. Oh, this is so pretty. I think she's already like 95% certain that this will absolutely cover over 100%. I know, we just did a couple of for her and answered a lot of questions. And then I think it was kind of promising getting you all out, you know, and make sure that it was what we were told it was. Which was nice. Yeah, it wasn't the feel I was kind of looking for.
This tree is the marker we use for about how far we get out.
Oh, okay.
So right about
right.
here. So all the guests would be seated here.
Oh,
behind us is the backdrop.
How beautiful.
Yeah, photographers love it. They don't have to dodge any power lines or telephone poles.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
And it's on a conservation easement. Watermark Ann put 480 acres in a conservancy. So it will forever be this way. No development whatsoever.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
fantastic.
they're such wonderful
You
people.
can tell.
Oh my God.
You can tell.
And we have horseshoe pits over here on the left. So after
filming?
the ceremony is over, we'll, people usually start to play a little bit. We have frisbees and hula hoops and the horseshoe so people
Fun.
can play a little bit and watch Courtney and
Ronnie.
I was almost going to call him Ron, but his dad is Ron and he
Yep.
likes to be called Ron. Or doesn't like to be called Ronnie, but doesn't like to be called Ron more. Anyway, so while they're doing pictures, then the guests, see them doing pictures and they're playing and maybe a little bit of food starts.
Nice.
Maybe some mimosas or something like that start up at the bar.
Oh, this is
People just feel so much a part of what's going on.
Sure, well,
when
when you
they're in
can
the
see
same-
everything
yeah.
that's happening.
Yeah. And then of course down here is the pond. Did
Yeah.
you see the pond?
I did.
Yeah.
There's some weeping willows down there that are just so pretty for pictures. So they can roam down there and do pictures by the big weeping willow. See the top of it there?
I do see it. And you guys do the photography as well?
We do
or-
not.
Oh, okay.
No, we are the venue, the food, the staff, the bar, and all the party rentals like tables, chairs,
Right,
linens,
okay.
china. And those are the things we require that we handle. And then we can also help with entertainment and transportation because those are two things that are pretty logistical and require some
Right.
decision making the day of. Whereas photography, florist, baker, all of that stuff,
Yeah.
it's more fun.
Right.
That's what you guys get to do.
Oh, this is so beautiful.
Yeah. Now, if the weather is inclement and we can't do the ceremony out here, then when you look back at the barn, The covered terrace on the right-hand side, that's usually where we put our food stations, but that could also be a backup plan with the guest count that you have. And we'll walk up there so you can get a feel for how that would be set up, because it's more like a V or an L, if you will.
Okay.
As opposed to, all being straight on. Or my favorite backup plan is inside the barn with this big, huge, this breezeway is about 16 feet long.
Oh, wow.
So the center could be there, and you could still have this as your backdrop.
Right. Wow. Yeah, the backup would almost be just as nice.
It is. I mean, it's nice to know that there's something that is solid, and it's not like people. Well, I even have an album in here that you can look at where a ceremony happened inside, and it's so pretty.
Yeah.
It's just so pretty, so it's not like you're having to settle.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
And our first plan of action is to let the storm pass anyway, if it is a storm that we're dealing with.
Right. Oh, this is just fantastic up here. Mike, what do you think compared to the other one?
Yeah, I like it. The drive's a lot better too.
It is a lot better. I got perfect going up to the other one. The windy roads. It was like, no.
Yeah, if I don't have the steering wheel, I'll get car sick too. Everyone in my family's always like, okay, you're driving, let's go your road. Because they don't have to pull over and let me get sick.
My brother to this day still claims it's all in my head. I faked it so I could always sit in the front when we were kids.
Thanks, Mom.
Yep.
I told my mom she did it to me because she would drive too fast on the curves. I'm like, you made me this way. So, I have a bluegrass band, I think, on her quote.
Yeah, I think
And so band was set up here underneath the bandstand. And they would kind of play this direction. And if there's any dancing, it would happen all along here, like the first dance. So it would happen all along here. The guest count that you have again is nice and intimate. So if the weather was inclement, we could move that inside.
Right.
Come inside. I love that. You see it blowing off the wildflowers. I love that. It's so cool.
Oh, it is. How picturesque.
I know.
Are you getting that, Mike?
I can't tell on the screen, but I'm filming, so I think I probably get.
They're so faint, but
Yeah, they're showing up. I see them now.
So the covered terrace. Let's talk backup plan.
Okay.
This is the backup plan inside. So this would be the
Right.
So guests could sit at their tables, Oscar style. Or if your count happens to drop below 100, like say more in the 75 to 80 range, then we could put all the tables to one side and still do chairs.
Right.
And they could go out onto the terrace while we bring the two together. The coming together of the tables and chairs really is dependent on the guest count, because we don't want them to feel like they're in the way. Right. We really have a job to do when that ceremony's over to bring it back together.
Yeah.
So the covered terrace is the other option. Isn't it pretty? So this would be the center. Dearly beloved.
Okay.
And all along here, up close against the wall where the doors are, would be the chairs. And Courtney's aisle would be along these posts where the picnic benches or picnic tables are. So she would come out that last red door all the way across to the posts and then head down this way.
Oh, nice.
And then we'd have seating over here too. So it's almost like a V.
Right. Okay. Nice backup plan.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, the building is just so versatile.
It is.
Yeah, we have a lot of flexibility in the setup. We know what areas are kind of high traffic areas to avoid. But like, for example, in the morning, I would try and make sure we didn't put the cake on this side of the building because of the morning sun, or
Right.
I think she's just maybe doing a little cake.
She is.
And what was the other thing else? What can we do for her?
Yeah, simplicity is kind of the key.
That's ultimate though. Less is more.
I think so too.
Works so well, and it's kind of
That's one way to keep focused on what it's
Sophistication.
about. And
So true, so true.
yeah, this is fantastic.
So you see some of these rental items sitting out here tonight. The bride and groom wanted colored linens, and she wanted a different chair. She wanted real glassware and silverware and linen napkins. So we rented those items for her.
Gotcha.
What was inside the building is what comes with the space: the black
Okay.
lighting, the black chairs. But I believe I have some upgraded rentals on Courtney's contract,
Probably.
and we're still falling within the budget that she
Nice.
was aiming to stick
Nice.
to. So, but there's a few albums in here if you all
Oh,
want
yeah, I
to flip
would
through
love
them.
to. I would love
You can
to.
get an idea of some of the other options that are available. The smoker is not always there. Usually it's over here. But last Saturday we had a drizzly, rainy day, so we thought we were gonna have to do the ceremony out here on the terrace. So I said, "Let's move that smoker so it's not behind the bride and groom." And he moved it to this side, and then we didn't have to move the ceremony inside. We were able to do it out in the field, and there was a rainbow. Oh my gosh, it was
Oh, I
crazy.
thought that was beautiful.
Yeah, sure. This last album here is the one that has the indoor ceremony.
Oh, okay.
And it was mid-September, and we got a cold snap early, and no one was really. They're really thick pages.
Okay.
For the photography.
That's so pretty.
So no one was really expecting to get those cold snaps. This is the bridal bower. The building
Okay.
out back will go in there, but this is
Okay.
where she slips into the dress.
Okay.
Usually hair and makeup is already done.
Oh, that's just amazing
Isn't it
how
pretty?
beautiful it still is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh, I think this is exactly what Courtney was looking for.
Yeah, they still were able to go outside and do pictures because it wasn't raining. It was just a little chilly. And she
Right.
had a lot of elderly guests. She didn't want them sitting out in the cold.
Right.
So she opted to be inside. I think they had about 65. About 65 guests.
So beautiful.
Isn't that pretty?
Oh. That's fantastic.
This one's on our blog, but neither of these are on our blog. This was a 10-10-10 event. And this big album right here was, I don't know if you knew, we had a 100-year-old barn that was here.
No.
Yeah, we did events starting in 1996 in a 100-year-old tobacco barn. And it burned to the ground November 2nd of 2009. And we lost everything, all of our albums, I mean, just everything.
Oh, that's horrible. Was it a storm that caused it, or?
No, I think that teenagers broke in and stole beer. We had just done inventory that morning, and they found bottled beer in our hand truck in the pond. And
How
they
sad.
brought in dogs, and there were no accelerants, so nobody brought fuel and did it
Right.
on purpose. But it was a mulch floor, burlap curtains, 100-year-old wood. I mean, it just so flammable.
Right.
So I think that maybe they were smoking or something like that and threw the
Oh, how
cigarettes down.
sad.
Of course, there were CO2 canisters. Yeah, this groom was a break dancer. So this one we actually rented a floor for them. It's about $700 to rent a floor. So
That's funny.
You guys could probably find another way to spend $700, but they needed it because they were gonna cut it up.
That's awesome.
But I lost track of what I was saying about the barn. Anyway, there were CO2 canisters to move our sodas. So once the heat got to those, there was
That-
a big
that would
boom,
be
and
the
that's
end.
what alarmed the neighbors that something was going on.
How sad.
But they rebuilt this in 4.5 months, so that we
4.5 months?
Yeah, I thought I was gonna have to change my name and move to another country because I had to call each one of you and tell you that your venue had burned to the ground.
That's right. Oh my God.
24 out of the 26 stayed with us.
Wow.
And they all ended up loving the new barn. So, but this is an album that the photographer created that has the old barn. But
Okay.
he tried to leave pictures of the old barn out, big.
Look at that. That is just so pretty.
Isn't that pretty? And you see, they didn't do anything
Yeah.
behind them. They have this Unity candle table, but I wouldn't recommend doing that because candles don't work well out here.
Right.
Open anyway.
You don't need anything. You really don't.
No, in fact, there's these wine barrels that are sitting around. Those are come with the space, and I've seen people use those and just have an arrangement on top of the barrels,
That's
two of
just
them,
fantastic.
and then the arrangements can be repurposed into the reception. They're walking down to the pond to do some pictures.
Oh. There's always a jump shot.
I know, there's always the jump photo.
So make you think of Courtney and Ron. They just, with their friends, did one on the beach this past summer, a jump shot.
If anyone ever looks back at our society and sees all these pictures, this race liked to jump. Because everyone's always
right.
jumping at their celebration.
Understand the significance
That is
of
just
the jump.
gorgeous.
Yeah. Isn't this pretty? This tent is not really a good example of a regular tent. It's like a $7,000 tent.
Right.
She wanted a ballroom in the middle of a field. So
Wow.
there was a subflooring and carpet and all this
Oh, my
fabric swagging
goodness.
and lighting. And those Chiavari chairs. It's a beautiful picture, but I told Aaron with Aaron Imaging, I said, do you know how many times I'm going to have to explain
I know,
that's
not the tent.
It's not the $1,500 tent.
Oh, those are fantastic.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, photographers love to come to this space.
How could you not?
They don't have to dodge anything.
Yeah.
In fact, we have to make sure we keep them in check with the timeline because they'll be like, hey, "Come over here, we'll do pictures over here. Come over here, we'll do pictures over here." So, the terrace is usually where we put food stations.
Okay.
So we talk about the luncheon menu and hors d'oeuvres and such. We put them out there. The fire. This, when you look at the fireplace, you all are welcome to decorate the mantle. This whole building was left like a blank canvas on purpose.
Okay.
So that you could come in and compliment with
do
your
what you want.
style.
Okay.
Fortunately, that less is more approach works well because everything's already so pretty. So you just need a little bit here and there. We usually have the logs and candles in the fireplace, so there's an element of fire. And then cakes or pies or there's something she's thinking of.
I think
To complement a small cake, but I can't remember what it is.
Well, I just know she wanted to maybe just do a variety of different desserts and yeah.
There was something, and I made a note to research it a little bit, and I just can't remember that. But we would usually put a table to the left of the fireplace for the celebration suites.
Oh, I think this is absolutely what she's looking for, 100%.
I'm going to get the key to the bridal bower.
Okay.
So I'm going to skip that up.
Okay, perfect.
Great idea. Having have logs like that with candles, that is so clever. Love this fireplace.
We had to dig in the thesaurus to name this little building out here. We didn't want to call it a bridal shack or a bridal shed or shanty or anything that insinuated sleeping quarters. So we call it a bridal bower, and we found that a bower was a ladies' waiting room in medieval times.
Really?
Yeah, and then the alliteration bridal bower is just perfect.
Yeah, it is perfect.
There is an arbor that comes with the space. It's over here to the right.
Oh, right
The
there.
antique
Okay.
wrought iron arbor that comes with it, so you're welcome to use that.
Okay.
I would definitely suggest putting some flowers in the center, see where the joint comes together.
Right. Okay.
If you wanted something like that, but it's one of those things that can be quite cumbersome to decorate, and then the money you spend on those decorations don't get to be used.
Right.
Because it usually takes a lot of floral wire to get it.
And you don't need it.
No,
you
you really
don't
don't.
need it.
And then when you look over here, the grassy area inside the gravel drive is the parking area.
Oh, okay.
So we'll have an attendant down there that guides people in so that
Okay.
they can see. Now that field up there, that's a hay field. So we want to keep people out of that one.
Right.
But that roaming spirit takes over them when they get here. So we have to have a guide. And then this pebble path that leads along the side of the building,
Yeah.
that's how you get to the ceremony.
Okay.
So usually down there where that barrel is, the farthest one, is where we put a guest book or gift table.
Nice.
Whatever you want to welcome them with. Maybe some water, lemonade, tea, something, some
Nice.
pre-ceremony beverages.
Are you filming now? I was going to tell Courtney on the video why the goat had the...
Okay.
Why she's wearing a little
Yeah,
tiara.
because we were filming her earlier going, why do you think that's on there?
It's the bridal goat.
The bridal goat. You can steer it like a steering wheel. So that her head doesn't get stuck in the fence. Oh.
The other morning, Brown Goat was sleeping.
Hi.
Here.
Oh.
Some green goodness.
Hi.
Coming down.
Ooh, that's better.
Here.
It probably tastes better out of your hand than it does off the ground.
They weed whacked all the grass along here, so now I don't have any green stuff. I have to go down there and get it. Goodness. So these goats are really friendly, and people will come up and. Oh, what is it?
You want us to bring it to you, huh?
Yeah, they kind of bicker over that rock. So once one of them
Not
gets
gonna give it
there,
up.
like, I'm on the rock. I'm not moving.
Throw me some grass.
And then if brown goat gets too much attention over here, then white goat will get motivated and come over. But I think she's just gonna.
Are they true siblings?
Yeah.
It sounds like it.
Oh look, she has like I've had enough. I gotta get
there you go, White.
Yeah, came all the way down here, so I'll keep this one away.
Brown
Will
goat.
you?
I was gonna say brown goat will come and headbutt her. No, it's my grass. See?
Here, wait, keep feeding this
Got
one.
the no stick advantage. Here.
Oh yeah, they're
True
siblings.
siblings, right?
Hurry up, get the rock. Go get the rock.
Oh, don't do that.
Yeah, she will.
Hi. She will. Hi. You're not gonna spit on me or anything, are you?
That's a llama, not the.
I know. Well, I don't know what goats do. I bet they could spit if they wanted.
No, they'll bite you though.
All right, Mike, come back over here.
Sorry. Okay.
It's a great little spot to slip away and be hidden, get tucked away from the guests. And you can see everyone that's pulling up because of those windows there.
Right.
So, say the ceremony starts at 10 o'clock. You all gain access 2 hours prior.
Okay.
So, you can get here as early as 8. You may not need that much time for getting ready or anything because hair and makeup's usually already done. So say you get here at 8 and the girls get here and they get out there and start doing some pictures. Slip in the dresses and start doing some pictures with the bridesmaids. And then guys are pretty low maintenance. They usually come ready. So maybe more like 9. And then from 9 to 9:30, guys can do pictures before early bird guests start showing up. But we've also had brides and grooms just pull up like 20 minutes before the ceremony. Get ready somewhere else. And pull up and then get hidden.
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna want to do it.
If they're going to be traditional and not see one another,
I'm sure they will do that.
then he'll know where to steer clear.
Right.
Stay away from the bridal bower.
Yeah. Ronnie. We'll post Jack out front. Oh, this is just so quaint.
Just put a goat on the porch.
Emergency kit over there. I gotta restock it. Actually, I went to go get a small straight pin the other day and a large safety pin, and there wasn't a large safety pin. A bustle had given way. We needed a really large safety pin to hold it up. So we ended up using like 2 or 3 safety pins. There is a freestanding air conditioner in here. But it's only 100 square feet, so we could run that thing all day long and as soon as you open the door a couple times.
Right. I'm surprised at how cool it is now.
Yeah, it retains the temperature at night really well, but May is one of those times when we'll probably just have all the windows open because the breeze, there's always a fantastic breeze here. Or if for some reason there's a heat wave or something. The barn is air conditioned. And the bathrooms are air conditioned independently, so we can always turn the ladies' room into a bridal changing room and turn the men's room into a
ladies and gentlemen for pre-ceremony time.
Right, that works.
Just in case.
I think this is exactly what she's looking for.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop filming. I guess so.
I saw you were still
everything
filming the
back.
goats.
Courtney likes the goose.
Oh.
Too slow.
White goat fight. You better get back over here. Need some more
When
grass.
they get so playful and they start headbanging.
I lost my spot.
Down here are the llamas and the miniature horses. There are Chocolate Chip is the llama that's spotted, that's standing there near. The mini horses are the two smallest here, and then the llama is standing.
Oh, I see him. Yeah. That's the llama, Mike?
Mm-hmm.
Chocolate Chip is really friendly. Chocolate Chip will not spit on you.
Oh, yeah, we were just saying about spitting.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
The llamas are usually the ones that spit on you, but but Chocolate Chip is really friendly. In fact, you can go up to Chocolate Chip, and as long as you move toward him slowly, he
Right.
won't jerk away, and he'll just smell your hand, and then you can pet him. He thinks you have animal crackers. Martha Ann is a retired pediatrician, and she's in her late 70s now, but she used to do elementary school tours every week. And so kids would come and get off the bus and take a tour. Over at her house, she has camels, sheep, pigs, peacocks,
Really?
chickens, donkeys, llamas, more mini horses.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, she's got a menagerie of animals over there.
Wow.
So kids would come and take a tour and get to hold a chicken egg and get to see a camel and hold a chicken. And
How fun.
so Chocolate Chip is the one that was used to being pet by all the kids.
Right.
So
You gotta have patience and be nice for that.
oh yeah. In fact, he's probably like, "Are you coming down here?" Looking at us like, "I know that you're talking about me."
Do you care if we walk down there?
Not at all.
Mike,
Not
you
at
wanna walk
all.
down?
Sure.
Say hi to Chocolate Chip.
Yeah.
There's two other llamas in this pasture here. The baby one is Midnight. They're probably live in the shade, like yeah, I can kind of see them a little bit popping up there, but
You say
Midnight.
she has camels over there?
Yeah, she does. Mihara and Nabucco. Yeah, her camels. Yeah. Well, it's not something that you hear about in the mountains, right? So, yeah, she used to have just one camel, and her name was Aida. And they used to do a live nativity for probably a decade or more. And people would come from all over the place for the live nativity. And then Aida died, and she got Mihara, and Mihara is not near as friendly as Aida was. So they had to quit doing the live nativity. And it was such a production.
Well, I guess it's a family set.
Yeah. Hey, Chocolate Chip.
That name couldn't be more
Isn't it adorable? She would always say to the kids, "Hey, can you guess what this llama's name is?" And they would be like, "Oreo." You know, and then
Hi. Oh my gosh, that is.
You want grass, don't you? She's grass, I guess, right?
hi.
Wow.
No, you don't want that.
Oh, well,
Okay.
my animal crackers. Hi.
Oh, wow. Mike, look at the horse back there scratching his butt on the wire. That's cute. Oh. You want me to touch you? I don't have anything for you. Oh.
They like the shiny stuff.
It's okay.
They do like the shiny stuff. Now the llamas, people come from all over to buy the cattle.
Mm-hmm.
The polled Herefords. Polled means they've been bred without horns.
Oh.
So the cattle, people come to buy them and breed them into their herds.
Right.
I think they're beef cattle and show cattle.
Oh.
We don't actually eat them directly. I mean, maybe somewhere down the line.
Right,
we're gonna eat them, but the mini horses, I think, are just pure fun.
Right.
I don't think they have a purpose.
No one's
But-
eating those.
Yeah, but llamas are pretty protective.
Llamas are pretty protective over sheep. So
Oh,
people will buy llamas to keep in their pastures with sheep.
really?
So they get aggressive, like if coyotes come around.
Right.
Not that they could fight one off, but
Right,
they
right.
can scare them enough, chase them, and swing their necks and so forth. So,
Oh.
Well, you're on camera, Tucker.
Excuse me.
They're such neat creatures. I had a groom one time that called specifically. He said, "Hey, Micah, it's Chris. Kendra said if you said it was okay, I could ride a llama in to the ceremony." I was like, "Oh, they're not load bearing, so you can't do that." But he's like, "Oh, okay, all right. Well, I'll talk to you later." I was like, "Really? That was the question you asked?" I think Kendra knew the answer to that one.
That's funny. I said, if you want to know, you call.
If Micah says yes, then you can do it.
Did you hear that, Ronnie? You're not allowed to ride the llama in, just so you know.
No llama rides.
Oh, that's awesome. This place is perfect.
What about just walk beside it holding the rope?
Look like you're about to go on a trek up the side of a mountain.
Well, I'm gonna stop it there. Yes, in 30 minutes. So
Put it all together
Well,
in
you
the
know.
tube.